Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing well. So today I'm here to do my 2017 favorites! That was such a fake smile. I'm so sorry. As fake as this bun, guys, y'all know I don't have this much hair. Literally, you can see it on the side. This is an absolute hot mess. You know what else is a hot mess? The fact that I have full glam makeup and I'm wearing an ESF sweatshirt. That's fine. We're gonna move forward. Today, for you all, I have a little bag of goodies. This is, right here, a sack of my favorite shit from this year. I also have a couple of skincare products and one hair thing, but I am so excited to share this stuff with you because this has been the year of shitty everything else but fantastic makeup launches. So, you know, I really can't wait for the new year, but I do have to pay homage to all the fantastic products that have come through my hands. So, we're going to begin. I'm going to start off with eyeshadow palettes. The first one is right here. This is the Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. You guys already know, I literally live for this palette. This is one of the best palettes I've ever come across in my entire life. First of all, the formula is fantastic. Secondly, it smells like cocoa. Thirdly, it's bronzers and eyeshadows in one. And I have noticed that I am actually able to use this shade right here as an eyeshadow. What am I saying? Of course it's an eyeshadow, an eyebrow powder. So this is kind of the best of all worlds in one palette, and I love it. So I'm absolutely going to put this at the top of my list for 2017 favorites. Also, excuse any noises that you hear, people yelling, phones ringing. I'm home, so duh. Next up, we have this baby right here. This is the Violet Voss Pro Eyeshadow Palette, the Holy Grail palette. This is new to me, but that means literally nothing because I fell in love with it immediately as soon as it touched my hands. I have never in my life used such pigmented, blendable, beautiful shadows. And that's coming from someone who has used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. That palette was my favorite palette for, well, until I got this palette. But this has unfortunately put it to shame. Of course, I'm still going to use it. That palette is still one of my favorites, but this one is unfreaking believable. I will absolutely upload some tutorials using this. There's a shade in here down in this corner called Wine and Dine, which literally speaks to my soul. I want nothing more than an entire cranberry look. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. Next up, we have a couple of primers. I'm trying to do this sort of in order. The first favorite of 2017 by far is the Glossier Priming Moisturizer. This is it right here. As you guys can see, I am running low. This is one of the best products I think I've used this year, like globally, not even category-wise. I am a sucker for this stuff because I have really dry skin, so anything that's going to hydrate my skin, moisturize my skin, and also act as a primer, what a fantastic idea. But what's funny about this stuff, and I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this in other videos, when I first got this, I hated it. Hated it, okay? I put this on my face and I felt gross, honestly. So the fact that I love it this much now actually baffles me. I think it might be because I didn't like it in the summertime when my skin is needing different things, but regardless, I think I have used this probably the most out of any primer I own. Maybe the Smashbox Primer Water too, but I'm not including this in this group of stuff because that one came out last year, so no. But this, yes. The next primer is also kind of new to me, but that doesn't change the fact that I've been using it like twice a day, every day. This is the Tarte Timeless Smoothing Clean Slate Primer, whatever, some organization of those words. It is a pore-filling primer from Tarte, obviously. Tati talks about this stuff all the time, and I finally sucked it up and bought it, and oh my god, am I glad I did. I really dislike the Benefit Professional, so for me, looking at a pore-filling primer, I was not super intrigued. I didn't think I was going to like it very much, but this, I put just a little dab right in my pore areas, down my nose, forehead between my eyebrows specifically, and just on my smile lines here. Blend it all in, and I can use these together. I can use this with my Smashbox. I can use it with any other primer, and it plays well with others. So that is a very nice quality to have in a primer, but it also fills my pores. Especially the fact that it fills my smile lines is so important to me because I talk all day long. I smile all day long. I'm a really exuberant person. So my smile lines, foundation settles in there pretty much immediately as soon as I put it on. So this is probably the only primer I've been able to find that has helped that from happening. So whatever that's worth to you. So next up we have a foundation, which, guys, this is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation in the shade Vanille, fancy for vanilla. This is my child. Okay, so I'm a waitress, for those of you who don't know, which means I'm on my feet, running around a restaurant, pouring soup, making salads, taking orders, checking people out for hours on end. It is exhausting. My face sweats. I sweat everywhere, honestly, and I don't really have very, many opportunities to go to the bathroom and blot or do whatever, add powder. Like, I bring powder with me, I bring blotting sheets with me, but by the time I look up, it's already like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night, and I'm like, oh, look at that shine. This foundation saved my life. This is the only foundation I have found that stays with me through a shift at the restaurant. Initially, the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte was the closest to this, and I was using that more often than not, but that shade's a little off for me, so it was a little frustrating having to blend in my neck and do all these things when I really just needed to get to work. This foundation is perfect. So for any of you guys out there who are waitresses or just generally get oily at any point in your life, this is such a killer formula. The coverage is out of this world. You need like this much, and it covers your entire face. It looks beautiful with a brush. It looks beautiful with a beauty blender. It looks beautiful with your fingers, I guess. I don't really do that, but I'm sure if you did, it would. I'm very impressed with this. I haven't really loved that many foundations that have come out this year so far, so the fact that this is something I can mention to you guys makes me very happy. I also love the packaging. I just feel like it's really super sleek and nice, and yeah, so this is a winner. So concealer, on the opposite guys, I'm trying to be, on the opposite end of the price spectrum, we have the Colourpop No Filter Concealer right here in the shade Light Neutral. So this is what it looks like here. It's got a really nice little doe foot. It's just a normal ass concealer. However, the formula is anything but normal. This is one of the best concealers I have come across in my entire life. Reminds me a lot of the Tarte Shape Tape, but it is less drying. I find that the Tarte Shape Tape is a little bit much underneath my eyes. You guys already know. If you're on YouTube, you know about the Tarte Shape Tape. I like it, but I haven't really reached for it very often. I bought it, of course, because everyone was telling me I had to, badgering me about it. But it just isn't one of those concealers that I find myself putting in rotation. The Becca concealer, the Urban Decay concealer, like those are the ones that I've been using all the time, but this guy gives those a run for their money, and it's $6, so what more is there to say? The only caution I have for this concealer is that it does oxidize quite a bit, so if you're putting it underneath your eyes and it appears to be brightening at first, but then suddenly it seems to have blended in with your foundation color-wise, that's normal. I would suggest going lighter than you think you need to, because I could even go lighter than this and be fine. But in the summer, this is going to be perfect for me. So yes, yes, and yes, Colourpop. Yes, please. Haha, that's one of their palettes, which I totally could have included in this, but 2 was enough. So next up, we're going to talk about powders. I have one loose and one pressed. The loose powder is the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade 10 Fair Light. I also have the shade 5, which works very well for underneath my eyes, but this, for setting my face in general, is just such a beautiful product. I haven't used any of my translucent powders since I picked this up. This is a pretty new product from what I remember. I don't remember when during the year it launched, but ever since it came out, I picked it up immediately and I have been loving it. It puts my Cover FX and my Mercier back in their expensive little boxes because this guy is killer. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is the only powder that I own in 2 colors, so think about it that way. You know what I'm saying? The other powder that I have to talk about is amazing. Holds a special place in my heart because I purchased this when I was abroad in Spain. This is the MAC Next to Nothing Pressed Powder in the shade Light Plus. This is what I use to set my face when I need just a little bit of a set with a little bit of a pressed powder. This is what I will go for. A lot of pressed powders make me drier. They make my skin feel kind of scaly and gross, so I tend to veer away from pressed powders for the most part. I will usually go in with something like this, but with the exception of this and I think the Maybelline Better Skin powder, like there's nothing else I'll use. So this powder, oh my god, it's hydrating. I know that doesn't make any sense. I do understand that a powder being hydrating doesn't make any sense, but it is. This is a beautiful, beautiful formula. It sits gorgeously on top of the face, on top of any foundation I've used it with. I have not had this fail me once. So I'm really, really happy about this powder existing because the regular mineralized skin finish, whatever, the OG kind of compact from MAC like this, I hate. So I was so happy when this came out. So those are my powders. So bronzer, highlight, blush. Bronzer, we're going to talk about another Colourpop product. This is the Pressed Powder Face, but I think this is, I'm forgetting the name, honestly. Private Party, that's what it is. It's Private Party. So it's kind of weird, it doesn't have a name on it. It comes in its own little pan and then with this little white compact and you like put it together yourself, but this is what it looks like. It is a beautiful shade. This is a little bit red toned for me, but I can make it work if I blend well, which I should be doing anyway with bronzer. The other bronzer I've been using like non-stop this year is the Physicians Formula Bronze Booster, but like, I don't know. This one I use a little bit more during the year, and it's kind of more exciting, I think, because it's newer. But anyway, I love this stuff. I love the formula. I love the blend. I love the lasting power. It's just a really, really awesome bronzer. This is Kathleen Light's favorite. You know, love me some Kathleen Light's recommendations, so yes to this. So blush is from Clinique, actually. This is the Cheek Pop in 05 Nude Pop. This is, I would say, the only blush I've used in the last 3 to 4 months. Yeah. I think I've reached for Orgasm once, I've reached for Luminoso once, I've reached for Warm Soul a couple of times, but this has been in my to-go bag everywhere I go, whether I'm going home, whether I'm going somewhere for the weekend, to a conference, whatever the hell I'm doing, this blush is coming with me because it is the most reliable, the most beautiful, the most workable blush I own, and it just kills every single look. So I'm not wearing it right now because I'm wearing the oh my god, Burt's Bees blush, because I was testing out some new drugstore stuff, but yes. Also, the flower on there is super, super adorable. So for highlighter, I feel really bad mentioning this because it doesn't exist anymore, but like, it's happening. Sorry guys, because I haven't loved a highlighter more this year. This is the Dose of Colors Desi and Katy collab in Fuego. Oh my Lord Jesus. You guys, if you don't have this, I'm sorry. I'm really, truly sorry for you. Let me help you find it on eBay or Amazon or like some third-party seller, because girl, you need this in your life. If you are darker skinned, you could get Mirame, which is also pretty fantastic. Same formula, but I'm pale, obviously. So Fuego is the color for me. Even sometimes a little bit too golden, but like, we make it work in this family. I have never jived so well with a highlighter before. For a long time, the Carly Bible palette, the highlighters in there were like the only highlighters I was using, and they're still fantastic. Like, I still reach for them all the time, at least once a week. But this has been pretty consistently since I ordered it, like the favorite highlighter in my life. So I had to mention it. I know that they're not restocking again, so I feel kind of bad, but like, it's 27 favorites, like, I'm being honest. So next up we have some eye-related things. First off, we have mascara. This is the Lancome Monsieur Big Mascara. This is one of 2 mascaras that I've used all year, pretty much. This and the Maybelline Colossal Lash, I want to say, the gold one with the purple writing. But this one, I'd say, is the favorite of the year because this one just, like, wows the crowd. I have never loved a mascara this much. The Maybelline one is a little more, like, reliable because this guy, if I'm in a really, really big hurry, this is a little bit too wet, so it makes, you know, it's harder. I need to sit there and actually like comb through the lashes with it. I can't just like boom, boom, boom and leave. That's what the Maybelline one is for, you know, those days where you wake up late. But this guy, when I'm going out, if I have an event, if I'm doing a photo shoot, you know, which I occasionally have been known to do, this is my go-to. This makes my lashes look fake, honestly. I mean, I have pretty long lashes. As you guys can see, these are my lashes. I'm wearing a different Maybelline mascara that I just tested out, but this makes my lashes look long, voluminous, separated, black, perfect. I love it. And next up we have an eyebrow pencil. This is the LA Girl Shady Slim Brow Pencil in the shade Soft Brown. Sorry, I lost the cap for the spoolie, but who really cares? This is my favorite brow pencil on the market, and it is $4.99. I was a die-hard Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz fan. Anybody who knows me knows that. And then I moved on to the Ka-Brow, which I still really, really love. The Ka-Brow is still probably my, like, hands-down favorite brow product, but, Jesus, of the year, this is, like, the most wow-worthy brow pencil. It blew my mind. I never expected a product that was $4.99 to perform this well, to last this long, to make doing my brows this easy. Like, I have very crooked brows. They're not similar. They're not similar at all. So the fact that this makes my job easier in the morning or whenever the hell I'm doing my brows, just, mwah, I love it. So last up for makeup before I move on to like the skincare hair stuff, I have a lipstick. It's the lipstick that I'm wearing right now. This is the MAC and Nicki Minaj collab in the shade Nicki's Nude. Honestly, killer. Like, yes girl, okay? Nicki, you killed it. I love this lipstick. It is the perfect pink nude for me. It doesn't make my teeth look yellow. It doesn't make me look washed out. It doesn't have any issues covering my already pretty pigmented lips. So this is a really impressive product for me. I'm not a huge fan of MAC lipsticks, to be honest. Like, I love how they smell. Like, they smell fantastic, and at initial put on, they look really nice, but I feel like they are pretty pretty good at the butthole lip on my particular lips. This doesn't do it, the Cream Sheen formula. I think it's fantastic, and I really love it, so yes. Alright, so next up, let's talk skincare, guys. I got 3 things to share. The first is this. This is the Urban Decay B6 Vitamin-Infused Complexion Prep Spray. This has been kind of everywhere I go with me, like all year. I picked this up at Nordstrom in the beginning of the year. It was cheap. You know how I live. And I've been using it ever since as a prep spray for makeup, as a post-cleanse, tone, moisturize spray at the end of the evening. I'm a mess, sorry. It's pretty much, oh my god, I just dropped it twice. It is pretty much an every man's spray. I just feel like it's so good. It's got these vitamins infused in it, like whatever that means, honestly. I'm not a genius. I don't understand all this stuff. And to be honest with you, I'm not always sure that brands are telling like the full truth when they talk about vitamins and infusing and XYZ. Whatever. To me, it feels good on my face. It's hydrating, it's refreshing, and I like it. So that's why I'm talking about it. Next up, we have these. These are the Peter Thomas Roth Unwrinkle Peel Pads. So these are essentially meant to detexturize the surface of your skin. Like, I don't have wrinkles yet. I'm 20. I get that. So a lot of people are like, excuse me, why do you need unwrinkle pads? Well, I had a very long conversation with the lady at the store, and she made very clear to me that this is not just for wrinkles, this is just how it's advertised, and that for my acne scarring and my kind of milia down on my chin, and the stuff that's on a little bit of my forehead, this is going to be what helps that to kind of settle down, to retexturize the surface of my skin, and it has absolutely been working. I've only been using this for like a month and a half, but like, hell yes, that is all I have to say. So last up for skincare, and then we'll move on to the one hair product that I have to share. This is the Korres Wild Rose 24-Hour Moisturizing and Brightening Cream. I want to say this is like the sleep facial or something, but I feel like it's a completely different product, and the lady at the store just lied to me. Yeah. Oh well. This is from Korres. So this is my nighttime moisturizer. In the daytime, sometimes, like when I'm just using the priming moisturizer, I don't use a different moisturizer. But if I'm not using this, I'll use the First Aid Beauty one. I go back and forth. I have a Mario Badescu. Like, my daytime cream changes. But for nighttime, I was having a lot of trouble finding a really consistent, rich, good moisturizing cream that wasn't going to make me greasy and clogged up. Because I do have pretty sensitive skin, so a lot of products that are really ultra rich and moisturizing and fantastic feeling end up leaving me with more of those little milia all over my face in the coming weeks and months when I start using it. So finding a nighttime moisturizer has been an ordeal for me. But this brand is unbelievable. It's so good. I already had the Rose face mask by them, a toner by them. Like, I liked a lot of their stuff, but I just didn't even know that they had this. And I had another long talk with someone at Sephora, and they put me in this direction, and I'm so glad they did. It's just like, oh, it smells like roses too. It's just like a cream. Looks exactly like a night cream, like one of those ones that your mom would have had in her bathroom when you were growing up. But it's just so rich. It just feels so luxurious on the face, and it was only like $34, which I would say is pretty reasonable for a product this good, right? Right. So last up, guys, we have a hair product. This is the Rusk Wired Flexible Styling Cream. This has been a lifesaver for me on days when I decide to wear my hair curly. I've been struggling with my hair this year. Maybe I'll make a video on it. I got a really bad haircut in the beginning of the summer, and then I got another haircut to try and remedy that haircut, which was an even worse haircut. So I ended up with like terrible layers on this side of my head, but not this side of my head. So much happened. Finally, a couple of months ago, I dyed it dark and cut it one more time to try and even everything out. It's still not exactly perfect on this side of my head, which is why 9 times out of 10 I have my hair up or straight or whatever. But when I do decide to leave it curly, this is the only product that I've been using. It is a scrunching cream, so on wet hair, you just kind of put it in and do like this all over your head, and then let it air dry, or I guess you could use a diffuser, but I don't. I just let it air dry. And it just looks so nice. It's not crunchy. It is super flexible. That's a great word for it, and it really wasn't that expensive. It was like $12 or $13 at CVS. I got this on a recommendation from Jessica Braun, so thanks, girl. So yeah, it's really been the only way that I've been able to wear my hair natural, and I just really appreciate being able to do that, because just letting my hair air dry, And, oh, I have an honorable mention, guys. This is a really random product, but I feel like I need to mention it. This is the Carmex Original Lip Balm. This has been a favorite for me. I feel like I need to mention it because it's been a favorite for me, and this is a favorites video. I've been using this lip balm non-stop this year. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about it. It is perfect, it is moisturizing, it makes my lips look plump and juicy and fantastic. Just, yes. So guys, that is the end of this video. Thank you so much for joining me. If you end up trying any of these products, please let me know. I want to see what you guys think. Specifically, I want to hear more opinions on this palette because I have literally not heard that many people talking about this, and I don't understand why, because it's so good. But yeah, that's it. I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your week, and happy holidays if I don't see you before then.